The best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all on the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill more, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6. Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid. She ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So that throw good for 4. It's second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. His first carry. And some space here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 81 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Pretty move. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun! Hey. Four down.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Mason. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Now let's go!
Looking to throw. Mason. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on first down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Gun! 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 Hot!
On 1st and 10, Mason. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Mason. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. From the gun, Mason. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Mason. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. To throw on second down. Mason. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Mason looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on second down. Mason. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Well, the drive started in the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal Sheard able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hamilton. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Spinning away. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card matchup. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So that throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off-play action. Mason escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Mason. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
4 down.
Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch 85, ball zone 85. Watch 85.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those. Yeah,
I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
They begin with Henry, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's Hines. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the fumble recovery, Mason. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mason. Forced out to his left. Looking deep here for Ebron. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Mason. Ebron with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mason. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that runs him down. And my goodness, that will be a huge loss on the play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. Mason looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun. Mason being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Set! Green, 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Looking deep down. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Spinning again. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Looking to throw. Mason. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Over!
A first down carry for Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Barney!
They'll run it again with Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw on 3rd down. Mason. Dancing to his left. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They run again with Hines. Down right around the 25. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.